Hello everyone, today I'm going to be doing a demo review of my Nations Cup game against Belgium from the other day. So yeah, it's the game I did relatively well I think, so yeah, let's get straight into it. So just do standard sort of roll out, stand on the sniper deck. Upwood is a pretty good map for sniper if your team can defend you properly. So just wait for this to set up. I might pause it just to explain things. I don't know, I'm trying to do this all in one take, so it's probably going to end up horribly. Who knows? We'll see. So, Team England, we do a pretty standard hold, I think, seeing as this is our like first time playing together as a team on this map. There were some complications, I think, with the roster, which made it sort of difficult. But it panned out pretty well, I think. Yeah, so basically what I do is take a lot of buffs on this first point from Oxy and use that stairwell as fast as possible to get as many frags as I can, which, as you may know, works out pretty well. So basically I'm just waiting for like a call on this sniper at this point. See that demo and sort of run away from it because I think it's a suicide for me. Just be a bit careful because sniping this point is really important. Yeah. Just being ultra passive. Unfortunately my heavy goes down. Not very much I could have done. So yeah, now I want to take a buff and their sniper's been called on roof already before that happened. So I'm going for him. Well, I'm quite confident in my ability and I do. So now that I've got all this freedom, so I can now be more aggressive on top of this deck area. Even if I'm missing, it's not all that important really, as long as my presence is felt. I get some pretty damn shots. Not much more to be said with that. The sniper's come back up and I saw him. So it's just standard sniper stuff. They're just sort of not really clocking me. So I'm just getting free damage off as they're staying out. Still saying this is aggressive. I've got no reason to move from this position. Normally, like, if there was a lot of pressure on me, I'd be rotating a lot, but it is literally not even looking at me. So I can do whatever I want, basically. So I've lost some health now, so I'm probably going to rotate back and get some health. That's what I really want to be doing. Like the sniper hasn't been called in. Yeah, grab another buff. And then peek the same area. I think he's called it there again. So it goes down. And then back to the same routine, just going for more frags. Starting to run out of ammo at this point, which is a pretty bad sign for their team. Just no aggression at all on me. So I'm making the most of it. So it's like I was quite fortunate not to die there. I don't think I'd been called, so it was quite good. I think, yeah, I was wasn't peeking aggressively there because I had the buff. But now that I know where he is, I can sort of be more patient and look for him. This is risky for me. Well, for me especially, I don't like to go up there without buffs. Yeah, I'm not really sure what that sniper is anymore. Unless I got him, I have no idea. Peeks that a little bit aggressively with no buffs. So I'm making the most of that. And then just sitting passively on the hill here, like, it's not very safe going to the forward on deck because I have the threat of everybody going forward. Like, we're quite far back as a team, so I can't really afford to be aggressive. Now that we've got more space, so that's the fun there. Pretty standard sniper stuff, I'd say. See the sniper game, I don't think he noticed me. He has now, but yeah, I'm only going away now because I'm in bomb and stuff. That's like the first actual pressure I've received all game. So yeah, it's really benefited me quite well. I'm only on 45 health, which is risky to spike and kill me, but I'm fairly certain we had decent calls on him. just recharge in the old health. Now I can be aggressive again with the buffs. Like, I know where their sniper is now. Shot over. So I can use that information and be more passive, be more aggressive, and also get the cheeky med frag. You know that they're on crits now and they might continue to run it. That was just a fortunate sniper pick. Quantum scoped in. Being really aggressive here, they're just not putting any pressure on me. So I just might see how much I can get away with, to be honest. Yeah, just being more passive, missed the med, but nobody saw it during the game, so it's fine. Alright, so they've capped now. I think we stay a little bit aggressive for a few seconds, then we back out after our Uber's fallen. I'll stay around for a bit, but I think that was the call. I think we just try and build, save as much time as possible, and build as much time as possible, and then we'll look at it. Get this cheeky sniper frag on the way out. Go back in. Wow, we really are pretty aggressive. So yeah, being a little bit more cautious now, seeing as I don't have the health really. Like, just need to be ready to back out any minute. Still got to keep in mind the spy could be around. So, just keeping all my like options clear. Sniper frag, he's being really aggressive because his respawn time is really low, so like you couldn't afford to be that aggressive. So I'm trying to get a hold up in this house area, which is really strong for sniper on this point, especially if the team's as aggressive as we are. Going as many frags as I can. Nothing else can help here because we're so aggro, so we just got to play the waiting game really. Can't really afford to be more aggressive because it's really easy to get flipped off by anything coming up that hill. Get the demo flag. I don't think anything else is going to come up here, but nothing's been called as of yet. Then we see the heavy, so I run away, because my game is really strong. Get a cheeky soldier frag in there. Run away because I realise I've got no health going on. Which is pretty bad for me. Oh, I'm getting all these messages because I'm getting contracts. Alright, so this point, the sniper is really annoying for me. I personally really don't like it because it's really dependent on your team being aggressive, which is quite hard to do if their sniper's looking out. So you got to get the sniper frag, which is made hard by because you can't push out because your team can't push out with the sniper. And it is a really weird circle. It's not very pleasant to deal with, especially against good players, such as these national teams who aren't like dreadful, are they? So gotta be careful. Just standing in a normal sniper spot really, like there aren't that many spots you can rotate around. I like to use this area because it provides the most cover and you can see the most from it, I'd say. Like, just get the best sort of ratio going. Looking not to die there, although I did have a small buff, so I would have survived anyway. Just waiting for something to happen really, it's not really the sniper's best pointers. I'm pretty sure they sack on car soon, which is sort of a desperation push the team to time gets low. And that caps on the point, 1 health, which is extremely lucky on my part. Should have lost the big kill streak. Like, I'm not playing any differently to how I normally would, just to preserve the kill streak. It's just how the game's panned out. Like, they just haven't put any pressure on me, so I've just stayed alive all this time. So yeah, retreating up to 3rd now. This is a really strong point for sniper, you really don't want to die here. I've got a buff, so I'm not really worried. I'm not afraid of taking this fight. Yeah, just clearing cart really. Can't really see anything. Well, actually, I probably should have been looking at this, to be honest. but our demo sort of had it covered by himself. So, yeah. Buff, so his body shot couldn't help running. Probably should have turned around for that spot as soon as he just started firing. But yeah, backing out here seems to get aggressive because they're quick fixed. Yeah, not really much more to be said at this point. It's literally just rinse and repeat. This demo comes out of nowhere. I have no idea where it came from. I'm just trying to avoid things, and then the pyro literally comes out of nowhere, so I go down. First death of the game though, it wasn't a suicide, so I'm quite happy with that, to be honest. Just by standard play. Then Oxy's like confused. There's Bubble Bobbler climbing around that. Yeah, so this is the standard last spot that I like to use. I don't like to get too aggressive unless I know I can get to the top area. But they've obviously got the top area, so it can't be done. Yeah, we get the heavy, Grandry gets the med, so that's pretty much us sorted. At the moment, just clearing cart. It's the only job I've got really at the moment. Anyone who tries to push cart, kill it. I'm trying to go for top right now because it's such a strong spot on this map. Their sniper shows up and he gets me really low, so I'm just trying to dodge his shots, which turns out pretty well. And just sit in the safe spot, which is only really vulnerable to spy, but if your RNG sets up properly, then it should be cool. But RNG doesn't have the dispenser down at the moment, so it's sort of a risk, but there's really nowhere else to go. And just right on the way to the top area, because our combo secured it. So it's a really solid spot. There's so much protection going on for you, and it's so easy to escape. Got the invisible spy, because I'm a legend in the game. There's nothing else peeking, so I can get as much freedom as I want. Just using this crack spot, which is really good. It's really hard for people to realise where they're being shot from. Even though everybody knows the spot exists, it's still really hard to see. Just making my presence felt still, even if the missed shots still count for something. Chief sniper frag. Another 10 kill streak just by literally playing passive and not dying. Spy goes for me, gets me. But I probably should have heard him, if I'm honest. Not really much I could have done because RNG was set up in the pub spot. Yeah. I have an NG there, which scares me. The spy's coming back to haunt me. I go for the luck shot, which doesn't pan out, but really finds him. Same spot again, really. Nothing else to be said. And then those. Didn't even see what pushed it in. And then we have offense, which I don't know how it goes because it's been 2 days and my memory's not so good. I'll probably play it standard. Standard is usually the best way because that's why it's standard. Just sit back on the stairs and take buffs at the start. Get as many picks as you can. You don't have to go for sniper straight away. It's not a necessity. Just wait for the call because there's no point going for the sniper if you don't know where he is because he'll just kill you. If you can get a scout or a solid, those are two really good picks, and they always hang out in the open, and you can get them from inside spawn. So those two are solid picks that allow your flank to do work, and I did only die twice, which is pretty solid in my opinion. Sort of thing you're aiming for, really. Yeah, waiting for buffs. I don't even want to bother peeking up without buffs. There's no point. It's so easy to get killed. Like, there's some pretty tricky spots the sniper's in at this point, so I don't like to be too aggressive on it. Just putting damage out so the flank has to back off. Our spot gets their demo, which is really good for us. Means I can push out and be slightly more aggressive because all of them have to be a bit more passive, so we take all the space up. And I still got the element of surprise. They don't know where I am, as far as I'm aware, so I can sort of like pretty much do what I want. I take a pause, which means we'll probably just skip over this. Yeah, right. This is probably not going to be edited out because I'm lazy. Here we go. Yeah, at this point we're just pushing up first. This takes us a good few times to do. I'm not really sure what happens. I think some communication errors going on. That seems to be the only trouble with it, really. I don't really know what more I can do. I just go for the picks on the hill. Try not to get picked by anything else, but it's like, ooh, bloody hell. I didn't miss much there, I don't think. Just going for picks on this hill area. Miss the heavy because they're really hard to hit. Get killed by the sniper because I'm get caught scoped in, but I don't really know. Oh, yeah, I guess I should have gone for him. Sniper's a good pick on this, but it's not too bad if you get picked whilst trying to do that because the respawn time's so short. Like, I'm up already. I'm lagging. I'm really lagging. I don't know if I get any picks here. I might do. I get a scout pick out of nowhere. Okay, scratch that. I just hang around and lag for a bit. Let's continue to lag. Maybe skip a bit of this until my ping settles back down. What to do, like I'm just sitting around waiting so I get that sniper, which is really good. Maybe call that back to normal. Yeah, this is a really good spot for me to be in. I don't know how, like, if I was on the enemy team I'd be trying to push that to punish that totally. It's such a good spot. Like, I get the demo, I'm going for the NG, so I've got pressure on him so he can't like afford to stay still. Missing doesn't matter too much, really. I mean, it's ideal if I hit him, but like, I get sniped again. Didn't see him that time. But it still doesn't matter too much. Losing a sniper fight like that. Pause again, so I'll skip that through. I think, yeah. Skip that one through. This one's a bit short, I think. But yeah. So on to second now. This map is very standard payload. There's not much tricky stuff I do in it. I don't like to do much tricky stuff. So, yeah. Basically, this map is standard city. Not much else to be said. Alright, I'm pausing again. There we go, we're back. So, on to second, I think. If we haven't pushed in first already. Oh god. Yeah, still haven't pushed first, so I'm going for the sniper pick, I think. Because he seems to be one who's like pressuring us. So I don't know, I'm trying to solve the problem of like what's stopping us from pushing. So we clearly haven't figured it out, so I'm by myself trying to figure out what pick we need. We lose demo, which is pretty bad for us, but we get heavy. So I'm just trying to sort of put as much pressure on as I can, which makes it easier for us to push. And that central goes down, which really sorts it out for us. Get the medic on the way out, which is pretty good. Means we get big advantage. Rush straight up the hill to stop them getting set up. See the spider teleporter, which would have been behind us. I probably shouldn't have bothered with that telly, but I don't know if anybody else saw it. I did call it though, so maybe spy shows up close to the mid, so I'll club him off. Yep. Going for the sniper again because I've probably been called here and I should rotate, but well I do, so that works out well. Yeah, there's no real good spots to beat that from other than those two bits, but we're so aggressive that we just take all the space and go for it anyway. Don't really have to do any work. We're just bleeding players really hard, so just giving us momentum going forward. That's about it. Should have really hit that demo. I don't know if he was buffed or not, but that would have been a nice pick. This cart's like not even being pushed, it's like just goes to show what's happening. Spy, which I didn't even call or see or anything, that's pretty bad. Getting them body shots. Just sort of trying to stay with the cart, get the heals, and trying to push it up because nobody else is pushing our scouts like long enough, so it's become 9 in the end job, especially for this point as well. It's really important the cart gets pushed up. Because it's such a long point to cap, especially like how much time you can buy by killing off the combo. Like you don't get much time, so it's quite hard to get the cart all the way up without constant pressure. So I was just sort of putting the cart up there. Choosing this spot because the sniper is constantly peeking, so it's one of the best spots to approach from. Get the sniper, which is a really good pick for us. Yeah, this gives us like a bit more room to work with. We can sit in this choke out and kind of worry. Yeah, just dead bleeding players just by looking at the cart and looking at me, so this works pretty well for us. Looking for a heavy, it's just a ninja. Trying to get the ninja. I see the sniper, so I know where he is now. Absolutely meets me, so I die there, but I didn't have a buff, so it's kind of my own fault really. But again, it doesn't matter too much because I'm already alive. And we have telly, so I'm basically back in the fight already. So you can afford to be way more aggressive. Get the headshot somehow? No idea. Yeah. Not much more to be said about third really, just be aggressive, work with the respawns and the tellies, and then you'll get loads of glory. Okay, this video is going to be horrible. It's got no FPS but I'll upload anyway, because last we just get this like smashed by this upward thing. By this upper thing? By the upper thing. Like, they take upper really well, so I can't really afford to peek anywhere. Which is annoying. But we have 5 minutes to kill, so we should be fine. Above the spy, so knocks all finds him, which is pretty nice. Going for the NG, because that's like a solid pick here. I can't really shoot anything in there without being super passive, and I don't really want to be doing that right now. Yeah, I can't really do anything because I'm the furthest player forward, which is really bad for me as a sniper. It's pretty weak class here, which everybody knows. So you can't afford to stand in these spam spots, especially this choke. It's so easy to spam this choke. I'm kind of looking for a buff here because the sniper's on the really awkward spots for me to shoot. Like, my personal preference is not really to be shooting at people on angles, so their heads move diagonally. That's like pretty tough for me. So well, I need to practice it obviously, but generally it's like the way I'm doing. So flank around. It's like if I can't get him, just find different spots to get him from. It usually works. And if it isn't the case, get the energy, which is a pretty solid pick on this point because we means we can get the sentry, and that allows us to push in. So yeah. Like, that's pretty much up with that round. I don't think I'm going to do the second round because it's really short, so it's not really worth doing. Yeah, you should hope that helps anybody learning to play upward or something like that. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it was just a roll. Who knows? But yeah, tell me what you think in the comments, and thanks for watching.